All right, good evening and welcome to Coffee with Captain Trek. My special guest has been delayed, so we'll just get started with things as they are. In lieu of coffee this evening, I'm going with something a little. Well, I got the coffee in the other room. I'll have to go get it in a minute. But I'm starting out with frozen yogurt with blueberries. Mm, quite, quite nice. Um, Waiting for SimpleJACK Live. I haven't been able to. I'm not sure how to get a hold of him right now, but I'm sure he'll be in the chat any moment. And in fact, let me do something real quick. All right, let me write him real quick. And let's see here. Post the StreamYard link for him. Sending him a message on Twitter right now. And no problem. No problem, SimpleJACK Live. We're just, I'll have to edit the description anyhow. Gonna go to your channel real quick because I forgot to put in the name and your link to your page. So let me do that right now. Go to YouTube Studio, open. Right. Content. Live. Edit. Right. And the web page. Let's go to the About section. I see that he's not gotten his personalized URL, which is cool. I'll just put in the long form. And on Twitter, let's see here. Let's put that in here. There we go. We got that taken care of. And let's see here now. Going with add the hashtag, not a hashtag, but a tag. There we go. We got that taken care of. I'll have to take care of more tags later. Right now, I'm going with this. And hello, Robert Rose Jr. How are you today? Missed seeing you earlier. Hope you're doing well. I hope everyone who's watching us on the rewatch is doing well. I know that there's a couple other live streams going on, and I do appreciate anyone who's here watching now for being here. So thank you. I know there are any number of streams you can choose from right now, but I'm glad you decided to stop by here. SimpleJACK does have the link in his Twitter when he's ready. And let me go ahead and I've got that done. And hello, Thomas Potts. How are you? I'm going to go ahead and share this out real quick, both on Twitter and on what do you call it? Facebook, excuse me. So, and I'll have to redo the background thing, but that'll. Yes, SimpleJACK. I will go ahead and post the link in here for you. And since Kronos isn't here, Thomas, if you could take care of bots, I'd appreciate that. I guess I didn't have to put it in the chat. There we go.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Hey, I'm glad everything's working out. Sorry, I'm using a different computer, and so I had to set everything up with YouTube, log into YouTube, and then log into Twitter.
Oh, yeah. Been there.
Yeah. So thank you for being patient with me. How are you?
Of course. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm well. And you said you had frozen yogurt?
Yes, I did.
What flavor? Pink
It was
batter?
vanilla.
Oh, vanilla. And berries. Oh, man.
Vanilla and blueberries, yes.
So what do you like better, ice cream or frozen yogurt?
Oh,
Because I
Well,
love Baskin Robbins. Like I think if I had a choice, I'd choose frozen yogurt though. Like I like the fresh toppings.
see, that's the thing. I like yogurt. I like ice cream, but um, yogurt has a certain tartness to it that I like.
Yeah,
That you know, you got to, if you're expecting something totally sweet, then no, that's not for you. But if you got the sweet, there's a little bit of tartness to it. Oh, it to me, it just is so good.
it
But
is.
and unfortunately, yes, frozen blueberries because they're not exactly in season at the moment. Um,
Hmm.
I used to have a blueberry bush, but that kind of got killed a while back.
Oh no, I heard
Ice
a story
storm.
about that once. Someone there was a blueberry like bush, but it was like I don't know 60 feet long. So I don't know what that is. It's an area where blueberries grew, and it was like 200 years old.
Hmm.
And somebody came by and just ripped it out, and there were people like,
Oh,
what the, who did this?" And it was like the person bought the land and needed to clear that for a road.
oh,
And
Jesus.
people have been picking blueberries there, this whole time and making jam, and it's just like this thing, and this person came out of nowhere and just ripped it out.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. So I understand when you say you lost a blueberry bush. They're so tasty. So, hello. If you guys don't know, I'm SimpleJACK Live. I'm also a streamer. I do live streams and I play video games right now. That's what I'm doing. And I've been a part of Captain Trek's chat for a while and pop in every once in a while. I think this is my second appearance.
hmm.
Nice. So that's who I am, and I'm just glad to be a part of his community and real grateful I got the invite.
So let me ask you this: how did you get started on YouTube?
Well, just watching videos really, and then one day, I had friends that were streaming, and I was like, well, I have extra time, and it seems like this is kind of like what the world is moving towards. Like you can't help deny that, right?
Right.
And I play video games. It's like one and one, so I just put both of them together. And since I use a Sony PS5, it's such an easy feature. It's literally just a two button clicks away. So that's what got me to this. I've been doing it for about like 6 months now, maybe a year,
Cool.
not even a year.
Oh, it's funny because you know there are a lot of people that they either they have different levels of success, and I from what I've seen, I mean, 193 subscribers, that's not bad for not even a year.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'm really grateful for my subscribers. We're calling them battle buddies because
Battle buddies.
I play a Battlefield 2042 right now, which is a first person, large map, large player based game, like 128 players on a large map, just kind of going at it. And I've got a group called the Battle Buddies and the Battle Buddy Battalion. So come join us, hang out. I do live shows and I chat with the people who are writing comments, and I read your comments. I do shout outs and I participate with you guys while playing the game. Some days I'm very aggressive player and I get some good gameplay and some good battlefield moments, and other days I'm just a bullet magnet. So
Oh, trust me, I've seen a few of your streams. I've shown up.
thank you. I appreciate that. I see you. Yeah, I appreciate you being participating in the chat. It helps the streams out, guys, and that's yeah. Thank you. And that's what I like about your show. You're very similar where you read the chat and you understand. You want to hear their stories, and you ask them questions where they can participate. So thank you.
Well, that's the main reason for this stream is where the morning brew is something where it requires more participation from other people.
Hmm.
I can just talk to someone here one on one, you know, mainly about their YouTube experience and other things as well. You know, um, so what would you say has been the most uh, beneficial thing for you as far as being on YouTube?
That's a good question. It's the best way to reflect. Honestly, like I remember being on YouTube and being one of those keyboard angry people. You know, when you sometimes only thing you were saying were like the obvious facts that were negative.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And just not being that positive and not being part of the community and just being one of those people in the chat that were just sticking out, being that loud voice that just wasn't happy, I guess.
Right.
And then seeing other people who actually have shows and I kind of can see that myself in them and how they're acting. I'm like, oh, maybe I don't want to do that anymore. So it's a good place to reflect. That's the benefit of YouTube. It's a great place to reflect and to hear other people's stories and hear and what they're reflecting in a way. So yeah, that's what I love that. That's my benefits of YouTube. It's
Have you seen any negative side to it
oh
so far?
yeah. Not super negative, but I've seen the trolls. I've seen people who make content that are geared towards just pointing out negatives and there's it's really I can't explain it. It's not me that I can't explain it. But I've seen the trolls. I've seen them. I haven't been a part of that though. I've pointed out stuff, but I've never been a troll. I'm just a nice guy, and I just sometimes I point out the negatives because I'm a smartass. And how's your experience on YouTube going, sir?
I would say overall good. I too have had positive and negative experiences. Um, mine started a little bit more out of, well, boredom.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the hospital at the time, so I was looking for something on Star Trek, and therefore, oh, YouTube popped up, and then I got into videos, started watching videos, and then all of a sudden there were live streams. It's like, oh, okay. And it didn't seem quite real at first. So, when I started, it was, hello, what's this type of thing?
So what were the first kind of live streams you were watching? Because I came into this maybe like 2 or 3 years ago, and
Hmm.
live streams they were pretty popular. Like they were people got it down pretty well, and I got into like watching these comic book live streams and these Star Wars, like people's opinions about Star Wars, and I was like almost very thinking the same thing about the new Disney Star Wars movies. I wasn't really happy. I wasn't a big fan of the new Star Wars movies, so I kind of watched people talk about that live, and I was like, "Oh, this is interesting."
Well, for me, it was the Star Trek stuff. It was like Lore Reloaded, Salty
Hmm.
Trekker,
Mhm.
Bird of Prey 5,
Mhm.
and then it went on from there. And then uh, you know, I got into the comic book side when I met Michael T from of High Desert Comics,
Yes, yes, I watch his show. Go check out his channel, guys.
and so that's where I got my uh, first experience with them. Even though I'd already talked with people who were, uh, oh, what is that called? Um,
Hmm.
I can't think what it is.
Yeah.
I blanked. Uh, Comicsgate,
Ah,
Comicsgate.
Comicsgate. Interesting. Yes.
Um, and there are some that I've seen on there that have actually. Most of them try to focus on the positive.
Mhm.
There are some I've seen that go toward the negative, but
Mhm.
I think you'll find that in any community.
Mhm.
Um, and unfortunately, with my channel, yours is focused on primarily the, well, since you're solely a PS5 channel. Yours is obviously focused on Sony PlayStation 5 and the games on it,
Mm-hmm.
whereas my channel is a little less focused.
Yes, like I have it's very easy for me to create content.
And mine is more of a community based thing. And
Mm-hmm.
so, I've had people, well, why aren't you growing bigger? Why aren't you doing this? It's like, because, you know, it's not that essential to me.
I had a great friend who I just recently met, who's also a content creator. His name is Omnilight Studios. That's the name of his channel,
Hmm.
and he said it the best way, which made me realize a lot. He's like, it doesn't matter how many people in my chat; it's the people here today that's gonna remember. I'm always gonna be so happy and grateful for. Like the 5 people that are here right now. That's who I want in my chat every day. And I want to be able to talk to them. I don't care if we get to a million people in the chat. You guys are the ones who made it, and you're the ones I want to talk to and see. And it's just like it's like the original people who really got your community growing, and it's like you can't forget about them, and they're the ones that make it.
Exactly. Exactly. Um, and yes, I do want to say hi to, again, to Thomas and to Jordan and to Low Specs Linux Laptop. And hey, BK Dan. So, what uh, what games on PS5 have you played?
So like I said, I'm playing Battlefield 2042. I have God of War, which is a really fun story-driven game that has about a what is this that guy like a banished god. He's like a son of a god who has to make his son go through a journey of teaching his son become a man, a kind of independent person, and it's kind of a cool story. So I got that one. Also, I'm into like simulation games, like building games. Like there's a Sim City game, and there's a farming game. I just love all games really right now. I just want to try new ones. Ones that have story are always fun, but first person shooters, simple ones
Hmm.
or as where I like to compete. It's just something I've always been doing. I grew up competing. Like my first game was like Halo. So yeah, yeah, I love that kind of stuff. I tried Call of Duty Warzone, but I couldn't compete against hackers.
Oh yeah.
So it's kind of discouraging. It was a great game, but it just was very competitive. Where I feel very Oh man, I feel very good. I feel very competitive against other people on Battlefield, so that's what I'm doing right now. And the future game I'm thinking about is it's a samurai game that's a story called Ghost of Tsushima, which hit a lot of rewards. It's an older PlayStation 4 game, but they've updated it to the PlayStation 5 with newer graphics and a little bit more story. So I'm gonna go check that game out. Pretty much any game on PlayStation 5, I'm willing to check out and try to play. I'm a
Awesome.
gamer.
Awesome.
And
That.
the way I got my name was I love the movie. It's from a movie called Tropic Thunder, and he's a character played by a character in the movie. It's so hard to explain, but it's an essential part of the movie. And pretty much don't go full retarded. Don't go for don't go full Forrest Gump. Is the whole thing. And Simple Jack went for full Forrest Gump. So and it's kind of like a deceiving people. Like people think, oh, they see Simple Jack, and they're like, oh, this guy's cool. He's probably real simple. And they're like, oh, wait, I think he's a little more complicated than I think. I think there's a little more to him than a guy who wants to go, to a farm and raise cattle. So, oh, thank you, Gap Stargate, for putting my link in the just in the chat. I really appreciate any new subscriber coming right now. So I want to give you guys an update. If you this is for just channel update, and I can do that right now because you are potential subscribers, and Captain Trek is a subscriber. So
Mhm.
I'm getting a laser engraver. It's X. It's called the X tool. It's a D. It's an X tool D1, and what it does is it's a laser engraver and cutter. And for my first 1,000 subscribers, I'm making dog tags. They're gonna say Simple Jack, Battle and Battle Buddy Battalion on them, on one side, and then on the other side, we'll have anything you want on it. If you want a mural of somebody, because it's going to be a high-end laser engraver, I can do murals of people. I can do engravings of anything you want to say, or anything you want to say. So to the first 1,000 subscribers, is my gift to you, and a way for me to remember you, dog tags. So they're going to be, either gold, silver. Oh no, gold. The colors are going to be either gold, silver, or bronze. So just it's a channel update. I can't do that until I hit 500 subs, where I can give it a whole announcement notification thing. I have to do it often as I can, just verbally.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I
So
would.
expect dog tags in June.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I would
Free.
absolutely subscribe if you haven't already, with or without those the incentive. Wow.
Yeah, Battle Buddies. It's one of those things where all we're doing, it's a great community so far. Everybody who's joined is asking everybody how they're doing, checking in on everybody, setting heart emojis, happy face emojis. It's something I've never been a part of, and somehow I've been gifted a great community. So thank you. And Captain Trek is there. I can tell this chat is probably going to be there. So thank you, everybody, now, because I can't. I'm grateful.
Yes, absolutely. Be grateful for it, because the chat will always support you when you're there.
Yeah, and they have the best advice sometimes, because well, that's another thing that you asked, what the positives of YouTube's is being able to look at the world differently. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many life hacks that I didn't know about. Or I feel like you could almost get a college degree from watching enough YouTube videos.
Just about.
I don't understand. They should open a school of YouTube. Like, we put enough time and hours into these things. So.
And good evening, Scrambles, the Death Dealer, and good evening, Oak City Gamers.
Oh, more gamers.
Absolutely.
Let me know what games you're playing right now.
That's a good question.
Or do you play any video games?
Well, not really.
No phone games? None games at all?
Well, okay. When I get bored, I'll get on and I'll play Angry Birds. So no, I'm not a gamer. Like I said.
No, it's a game, dude. That's a great game, actually. It's hilarious. So my dad used to give me crap about being a gamer on consoles, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's on his phone more than I am, more than me, than on a console. Because he's just retired, so he's just sitting on his phone playing Angry Birds, dude. He's got his little thing. I can see his finger swiping back and then launching the bird forward. BK Dan, I actually have not finished the game yet. I have not seen Fat Thor in God of War. That's a hilarious question. And thank you, Gap Stargate. That's awesome. I can't wait to check out that update. I'm doing a face reveal, or I have a camera actually, pretty soon. I'm just waiting for a green screen, which is ordering this Friday, tomorrow. And
Cool.
if it's local, I should have a camera up Saturday, or when it arrives. So. Oh, dude, it's amazing. Games are actually geared towards mobile devices now. It's interesting. I know they're pushing for consoles and everything, but there are more games and greater games coming out for mobile devices than there is for consoles and PCs. It's pretty amazing.
I mean, I used to play games back in the day, but that was back when, we're talking Super NES, NES, Sega. I have the Genesis, and I had the PS,
Yeah,
the original PlayStation.
Oh, that thing was like, I don't know. I thought it was indestructible.
Basically. Then I had a Wii.
Yep, those were awesome.
Until it was stolen.
Oh.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, that's one of the things in life. Things,
Yeah, I remember that once. I walking out to my truck in the morning, and like looking at it, like something just seems weird. And then I'm on my way to work. I turn on my stereo. I'm like, why is this so quiet? Look back. I'm like, oh, I'm missing my subwoofer and amp. Dang it. So yeah, getting things stolen is not fun, man. I
No,
understand
it's
that.
not.
You're just looking back. You're like, oh, is it worth calling the cops? Oh, what do I? Oh, it's like this whole scenario of like, oh, don't. Oh, BK Dan, that's a classic story that he would bring out his PlayStation 1 and just to play Final Fantasy 7. That's awesome, dude. Games like I don't know what's going on with the modern game developers, but they are not making games like they used to, and that's one of the biggest gripes right now for me is I remember when I could go to the store on a PlayStation or PlayStation 2, they said game released. I go out there, buy the copy, put it in, and it worked. It didn't have to download. It worked,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And then you had the whole game. There was nothing else to buy besides number 2 coming out like in 6 months or a year.
Yeah.
And everything worked. Now
Well,
this yeah, go ahead.
that's part of the problem in my view is that they're releasing unfinished, untested games.
It's
It's
almost like
almost
every
like they're
product is like that these days.
beta version now instead of you know testing having a completed version.
Yeah.
Um, and honestly, my opinion, they need to have a completed version. Now, I understand having updates, but sometimes people want to just put it, they'll get something for Christmas. They want to just put it in and play. You know,
Mhm.
have the simple version that's playable as is, and then because you're going to want to get online and download all the stuff, have it
Well,
have it downloaded everything, but
yeah, you
have
got
a
to
simple version to just play. Just go, you know, maybe setting up all the characters and that kind of stuff, which is
Yeah, I kind of see it now. I was kind of thinking about that. It's like, why were video games like invented and then built that way? It's like, for one, you had to be able to open them and compete against board games, which were instant plays. As soon as you open the box of a board game, all you got to do is set up and you start playing. Video
hmm
games had to compete against that. So if you couldn't do that when we opened the box first thing Christmas morning, you kind of just put it away and it hid forever. You know what I mean?
yeah,
They have the luxury now of getting away with this stuff. It's so sad. I wish the industry would just be better.
yeah. I mean, it's one thing they first of all they put these ridiculous dates on themselves.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, we're coming in 6 weeks. Well, in 6 weeks it's not going to be ready.
Yeah, to me, that's a great point because I've never heard of anybody being able to estimate a new technology. You know what I mean? Like, how do you know how long? How do you know how long it's going to take to invent a game that has never been played before, or have ever been attempted to be played before or built before?
And I can understand, if you're talking, okay, well, we're going to go from, uh, you know, let's say whatever game X to game X2. You've got the basics of game X in the game.
Mhm.
You just have to add to it. So let's say you could say 6 months to a year
Mhm.
to develop what's going in on top of the other stuff and to integrate it. But I've heard things. It's like, oh, we've got a 6 month turnaround, and it's like a whole new, brand new game. All
They're
this new
reinventing the
stuff.
wheel every
Yeah,
time.
and it's like you can't reinvent the wheel in 6 months. Sorry.
So I heard they do the exact same thing with movies. Movies, the reason why they cost so much these days is they're trying to invent a new way to film it. Oh,
hmm
like for example, oh, this computer graphics weren't good enough, weren't the best last year. So we have a new system that we had to invent, and now we have to figure out how to make pictures and everything work in this new system. And this new system cost $50,000 more than last year for every minute we use it. I'm just like they're creating these monsters that are just nonstop. It's amazing to watch the cycle. But yeah, I'm sorry we're going down a negative shoot of like people just not doing good business. But dang, it's not easy. What are the good things you've seen lately? What are
Well,
the good things going on for you?
you know
What are you grateful for right now?
Honestly, I am grateful for the people I have in my community. They basically give me the sanity and um, hold the reality that I need
Yeah.
and positivity because with the issues that I'm having, it's really um, easy to go onto the negative side, and that's one thing that this community does is they understand. You know, it's like okay, he's having a bad day. I get that. Sorry to hear that. Keep going. They're encouraging. Um, and for the most part, you don't find people that are going, "Oh, great, he's in a bad mood," because they understand this isn't
Hmm.
just a bad mood. It's called chronic pain.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I find that interesting about YouTube, and how the good people are able to stand out and find each other.
oh yeah.
That's to me, that's interesting. Like how we're not like I don't know, like it's in the past, I don't know, I would say a month and a half. I've met a couple interesting people around the world. It's not just it's amazing how linked up we are now because I don't know how many people. I mean, Joseph is in Europe.
Hmm.
I have friends in Australia. I have friends in different states now,
Oh
different
yeah.
countries, different continents. It's amazing, and it's all because it's networking, and they're all positive people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know. It seems like for the 500 people I meet, positive, there's only maybe like 2 to 10 people that are negative, and I love that. It's just like wow, wow, I love that. So really cool. What are your plans for your channel? Are you thinking about future stuff for your channel, or are you just kind of going with the flow?
Well, right now I'm looking into some other things. This is like I said, this is one of the side things that I decided to do. Um, Getting away from morning brew
Yes.
to where it was just one on one versus um, having a group chat. And I think quite honestly, it's a way of getting to know people better. I mean, I had a in 1 month I had, or actually it's a couple months, I had uh, highlighted channels that I would put the link in for the chat and put it in the description and tell people about it. And I still like that idea, but it kind of inspired me to say, you know what? Rather than just talking about them, let me talk to them on a screen,
Ooh,
just them.
I like this. I like this a lot. That's a great idea.
So versus just saying, "Oh, hey, here's this channel." Go, instead of saying, "Okay, I'm just doing a regular morning brew stream," blah 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 blah. Oh, by the way, here's SimpleJACK Live. Here's his link. Yeah, this is kind of what he's about. Blah 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 blah. No, now I'm going. Okay, here's another stream. Here's SimpleJACK Live. You can ask him questions. We'll talk about stuff, and then it's a
That's
way to get to know
fantastic,
each
dude.
other.
One-on-one talks is fantastic, dude. What a great idea. I like it. I like it. I'm gonna get. I like it. I'm gonna definitely tweet your show out and get people in here to get talk to you and more channels up here to. Yeah, that's needed.
Because and Gap Stargate, you're definitely one I want to have a on one with because just be having you on today, I'd love to hear more about your channel, more about your thoughts, uh, and I think that's the thing. Um, you know, talking with each other is really helping solidify a bond. It isn't
Yes.
just somebody that you chit chat with across a computer screen. You're actually forming a connection, a bond with somebody, and even if it's just for a few minutes where you get to talk and you know, then the next time you see him on the channel, oh hey, how you doing? And it isn't just the usual hey bullshit. You actually are people are actually asking because they care.
Yeah. Wow. This is really cool. I appreciate
And
this a
later,
lot. I needed to
Courtney,
talk to people.
it's always good to have you on, Courtney. Thank you. And you're another one I want to talk to sometime.
Yes, Courtney. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good night or morning or afternoon, wherever you're at in the world.
Yeah, with these channels, you never know.
Yeah.
So and keeping in mind there are going to be people watching on the replay, so we'll never know when they'll be there. Um, like I said, the link for SimpleJACK Live is in the description below. Please feel free to check his channel out. You can also find him on Twitter. The link to his Twitter is in the description as well.
Yep. I believe my DMs are open if you want to talk. I'm always down to talk. Pretty busy, so I can't answer every message, but I will try to talk.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Rock and roll. So my future thing for my channel is just to provide content, and hopefully provide content that is good, not a good quality. That's the most like a good picture quality, and then I think I think I already have what it takes. Is I got to talk to the chat and welcome new people. I'm just trying to improve quality of the stream, so that's gonna be audio and visual quality, and hopefully um, through the time we spend with each other, we all become better people and learn more about each other and learn more about the world, which is me fascinating. And my dream right now is if YouTube works out, because I'm kind of taking it really seriously as like something I'm putting almost 6 to 8 hours in daily. It's to travel and stream at the same time. So I like literally
Ooh,
go, hey, dude, I'll be in this city, this town. If anybody wants to meet up for dinner, lunch, or beer, I'm gonna stream at this time, but I'm gonna be available for lunch at this time if someone wants to meet up for lunch. And then just go over here and go find a good strong internet connection and go over there and check that place out and start a stream and then hang out some subs and do like a LAN party maybe. you
awesome.
know? You know what I mean? So yeah, that's my goal.
I didn't know you gamed Lord Haster. Really? Really? I didn't know you gamed. Even though you have gaming streams all the time.
Great suggestion, Gap Stargate. Yes, I need to change my YouTube URL. Correct, correct. I
And I
noticed that
did
the other
make
day.
I did make note of that earlier when I was putting in the when I was talking before you got here.
I heard a corner of it and it caught my ear. That's actually the third time. So once I hear it 3 times, it's a necessary. The fourth time is strike out. If I don't do it after the fourth time, I haven't learned my lesson. So that's 2 people have mentioned it in less than 2 hours. So, and I thought about the other day, so I have to do it now. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. It just makes it easier for people to find you rather than going to this, you know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
let's see here. You got
And someone
the
got a DSLR. Ooh.
youtube.com/UC/SO/T, blah, blah, blah. It's like, nah,
Yeah, it's not very
nah.
it's not very attractive, and you have to make everything attractive, unfortunately.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I'm reaching for the stars, guys. I'll take you with me. So yeah, way cool, way cool. But dang, dude, this is so much fun, and I really like this idea. Like, I can't wait for your future guest and potentially, I don't know. I want to be on your show more often, but I don't want to be like I can't say I'm a co-host, but I definitely want to be a guest. So leave a spot for
Absolutely.
me
You're more than
available. Yeah,
welcome.
definitely leave a spot for me.
You're more than welcome. Um, any morning you want to come on, just let me know. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and do this right now.
Yeah, everybody in the chat. I'm gonna try to subscribe to your channel if I can. I'm gonna go through the chat and just one by one go through the names. Just and check out what you got. I love checking out people's content, but there's so much content out there these days. It's amazing.
I'll add you to my group.
You know what else I heard was really cool? Subscribe to someone's channel. It's free. And
Oh,
it's
it is.
amazing what that does on the other side of that button for someone. Like you don't like I didn't realize how much how well it feels when someone supports you. That's all it is. You're just supporting somebody. And that little button, you click it and that number goes up and that person sees that and it makes their freaking day. You literally can make someone's day by subscribing. It's that simple and it's free. And it's just like, whoa. So it's amazing, man. And I'm surprised I didn't do that before, sitting in your chat to subscribe to everybody in your channel to see what they had. Even if you don't have content, I'll be there when you do make content. So, yeah.
There we go. I've got you added to the group now. So any morning, if you decide you want to come on, all you have to do is go to the private group and
Thank you. Because I won't be working every morning. I'll have days off.
cool.
But I might be actually, no, this is the thing. Like I really want to try to change my sleep schedule to start waking up a bit earlier. So I might be available for more, be a participant in the morning show a little bit more than I was in the past. Not guarantee, because I love to sleep.
Yeah.
But I believe a schedule change for me would be beneficiary. Yeah, it'd benefit me and the channel.
Actually, Jordan, editing isn't as difficult as it may sound. First of all, if you really want to do it, do it. Just do it, with or without an editor.
Yeah.
Second of all, you can find somebody who will help you edit, but you got to record it first.
Good point. Very good.
That's even if you just put it unlisted.
Yes.
Upload it unlisted or private even, and then you can go through one by one when you get time and edit out what you don't want, and you're done. And that way, then all you have to do is go, okay, here we go. It's going public, going live. But you've got to start, and the best way to do it is to start recording.
That's great advice. You just have to start. If you think you have spare time and you're on a computer or you're on something that it's somehow you can cast, just hit live. Just hit live, and you'll be surprised. It'll motivate you maybe to get into your hobby more, or there'll be some motivation behind it, and just create content. It's fun. And then if your content is really getting caught and everything, and people are liking it, it puts a fire in you to keep on creating more content. It's pretty cool. So yeah, like the subscribers are motivating me to be here. It's fantastic. I love being here, which I thought I'd never say.
Really, Hester? Oh, you're old. You're old, dude.
With the jokes? With the jokes. Oh, check the sub count. Okay, we're going to check the sub count right now. Wow, I broke 200, dude. That's a milestone.
193, and now you have 201.
Yeah, we broke a milestone
start
on
of the
SimpleJACK
stream,
live
we've
here.
gone from 193 to 201. That's awesome.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much support, Battle Buddies. The battalion's growing. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we made history awesome today on your show.
You've got awesome content. I got to be honest with you. You do. The way you do interact with the chat does mean a lot.
I see that, and I want to be able to do that. And there's got to be limits sometimes, dude. Like I like the number you have. If anything, that's too much for me. Like I don't know how you can keep up with the chat if you got too many people. I don't know how. Either way, SimpleJACK will find a way. We'll figure this out together. Jeez. Oh,
awesome.
man.
Thank you, Jack. Oak City Gamers, excuse me, for sharing in your group. And yes,
Oh,
support Linux channel.
yes,
No
yes,
expect
yes,
Linux
yes.
laptop.
Yes, I'm gonna go sub right now. I haven't subbed already. Oh, this
And
is cool. It's like a sub party.
an unofficial one. Actually, one of the people that got me into some of the gaming channels was what's his name? Um
Bird of
Games,
Prey?
Movies, and Comics Are Us.
Oh, I've heard of that
GMC.
channel. Yeah.
Yeah. Um and so I go to a lot of his streams. I'm there, I mod, I get rid of bots a lot. Um
Oh, the
it's
bots
just
have
kind
been
of fun.
rampant lately.
Oh yes, they have. Yes, they have indeed.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunately why and Lord Hester, oh yes, thank God somebody else put your link in because I didn't figure he would. I knew him longer than you, Hester. I knew him longer than you. But yes, I like watching your streams and your games.
Dude, I'm so glad I found your channel. I don't know how I did. I was just going through live.
Well, that's one of the things I discovered. Uh, you have to do if you look at live channels, that's fine. Uh, but I've discovered some new tags that have helped with
Getting
with getting
traction.
with
Yeah.
yeah with getting traction, and that's live streams.
Oh, double it up. Live streams. To really get the word out there.
Because everything's a live stream. But if you're talking to me about a live stream,
That makes sense. Wow, that's clever. I like it. You're a clever dude. Yeah. Yeah. Really cool. Really
and
cool.
and of course I put uh, your name as a tag just so that anybody who's searching for you should be able to come across this, and if they'll see it, they'll subscribe to you hopefully if they haven't already.
I'm a boomer, dude. Wow, I need to talk to you about that kind of stuff in the back room. About like, you know what I mean? Like set up a channel just a little better. I can tell your channel's a little better set up than mine.
Trust me, it's come with time.
Yeah,
It's come with time.
yeah. Baby
Uh,
steps.
one of the things I do is I have a notepad that has everything I need. So
I have
yes, a lot of
some
times I'll
moleskin.
copy and paste. I'm sorry, what?
I have a moleskin notepad, like a old school. You have a computer notepad or a real
Computer
one?
notepad.
Ah,
Computer
dang, I
notepad.
was using a real one. I'm still on pen and paper, bro.
Yeah, gotta go with the digital. Um, but that way I can just copy and paste and StreamYard. I can do that, and then I can correct these few little things that need to be corrected for each stream, and they're done.
Yes, yes. I created a Word document. Yes, it has my battlefield description pretty much in that. I just copy paste over to YouTube. I still got to add some stuff to it, but yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Baby steps.
Absolutely.
I'm writing everything down too. Like I've gotten so much great advice about channels and what to do and whatever advice you guys have that you see I'm lacking, let me know. Like you can't see everything at once, you know. Sometimes you just got to ease into it, and things are blurry, and people help you get clear vision. Sometimes it's fun.
And well, I do want to thank you for coming on. This has actually been fun.
I,
Um,
I I was worried. I was like at the very beginning. I didn't know exactly what time it was for you on compared to a Pacific Standard Time, California time. So I was watching the notifications. I was like, huh. And then I wasn't getting any Twitter notifications. You sent it. I was like, oh no. And then went on my computer, and it's just like, no, I gotta set everything up. I was actually like sweating bullets for a minute, dude. For the first 10 minutes of your show, and I was like, oh, I'm not ready. I hope everything works right now, and I'm so happy I'm here, dude. Thank you for being patient with me.
Oh, absolutely. That's no problem.
Mhm.
And let's see here. Let's go ahead in the poll. And yes, we had a good amount of people who voted. And of course, the overwhelming majority do
Well,
game.
Jordan, if you happen to have a live stream on Saturday, I'll be there.
You know what? That is an absolutely great time to do it. What time were you thinking about, Jordan? Because I know 8 Pacific, 8 a.m. Pacific is when Resolute Germ does his uh, live stream on Saturday morning cartoons. And so probably about 10 a.m. Pacific would be great.
Cool.
So if you can do it at about 10 Pacific, I would be, or 9:30 Pacific, it'd be a good time. I know people who would join in.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
Noon Central, yes.
So I do Gap Stargate. You were suggesting I should get some good moderators. So far, the moderator's been pretty good, and I've kind of set the channel up to like they're just my mods are there right now to get share links and to delete the Russian bots and not really moderate the chat right now because it hasn't been bad, and I really haven't had to moderate the chat. So, but you good point. Yeah, you have to have moderators, and they have to be good. So
Yeah. Well,
sometimes you got to mod your mods.
yeah, that's the important thing. You do have to mod your mods.
Yeah.
Make sure they know exactly what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know, there's going to be times that there may not be a mod in chat. If there's somebody that you know that's there and are going, uh, okay, I can't play and mod the chat. Dude, can I mod you for tonight?
Mm-hmm.
And then see how things go from there. You may or may not keep them as a mod, but at least that way you got somebody in chat going that you already know who's got your back. Like if I was there and you said, "Hey, there aren't any other mods here. Can you mod tonight?" Sure, I'll do it. You
That's
mod
awesome,
me,
dude.
then I'd be there, and then after the stream's over, you remove me as a mod, and you know, I've had that.
Oh,
I've had other people do that
oh,
because
I love
that's.
quick scoping those Russian bots, dude. Like as soon as I see them, boom, remove. I got them.
Oh yeah,
I love getting those guys. I don't know what's up with them. Uh,
and Oak City Gamers is lurking while working.
I
But
do that too. So if you see me in the show in the morning, you see me pop in and out. I have your show usually running in the background as I'm working or completing some task. And I've learned, unfortunately, now that I have to turn your show off when I put my phone in my pocket. I didn't realize how much control you could have while your phone's in your pocket.
oh yeah, absolutely. That's one of the
I came
things.
back and I was like, oh, I think I deleted somebody or something.
Oh, trust me, I was on it. Somebody else in chat who's a mod caught it as well, so it wasn't a big deal. Things happen.
Oh, geez. Lord
But no,
Hastrom.
it's funny. I've been had a stream before where there's like 18 people in chat and nobody talking, and it's like, oh, okay, they're all sitting there listening. Yeah, it doesn't add any pressure to the thing.
It doesn't any. So that's what I love about the gaming content, where it kind of creates itself, and all I have
Yeah,
to do is narrate what I'm doing, and hopefully there's a tank in front of me that can blow up to make things interesting on the screen.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
So I get kind of I took the easy route when it comes to the content part. But no, so I have a laptop. I have a separate kind of like laptop or tablet running while I'm streaming, so I can
Hmm.
watch the chat and still have the ability to moderate and subscribe to people while they're in the chat, and then recognize new people or pin messages. So I do have the ability to be active in the chat while I'm streaming because I'm the
Cool.
PS5 is separate than the PC. So yeah, it's nice.
Oh, I'd have to talk to you about that sometime. Of course, I'd have to get the gaming system before I did anything like that, but it would be
Well,
interesting to try.
I would recommend the PS5 to anybody who likes gaming. But honestly, at these prices, you could almost get a PC at the same at the si- at almost equivalent to. But right now, the PS5 is beating any $500 or $600 PC for sure.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, so that's the only thing. I don't know if the next one coming out, the PS6, would be valid, but right now the PS5 is definitely beating any $600 PC for ease of use and the game and the graphics. Ooh, so smooth.
I understand though that one of the things for the PS6 is possibly going to have a greater uh, interface as far as
Oh,
so. I've tried to keep caught up on those because it's like, well, if I could use the PS6 as a computer, even if I can't use everything like I would on a computer,
mm-hmm.
um, why get a computer and a gaming station? That just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And if you're definitely going to be more focused towards gaming and not doing the whole administration stuff of, doing all the admin stuff of using your computer for work, like actually processing data, and if you're
Right.
just gaming, yeah, then get a console. Wow, they actually might be a hold its own. The PS6 coming out, that'd be interesting. I want to do some research now. You got me hooked because I'm so happy with PlayStation products myself. I understand. I guess I am a PlayStation fanboy. I've had
Nothing wrong with that.
Xboxes and always gone back to PlayStation.
But no, thank you. This has been absolutely fun talking to you. We're going to definitely have to talk more.
Yes, sir. Yes, I thank you
But
so much for the invite. Yeah, it's all thanks. That's what I mean.
absolutely,
Somehow we've found a group of good people. I'm so stoked. Thank you, sir.
you're most welcome. I do want to thank everybody who's been in the chat. Thank you so much, and I do want to thank you again, SimpleJACK, for coming on the show. Uh, please, if you can, come on again.
Yeah, of course, of course. I got your Twitter information. You got my information. We'll figure this out. We'll link up, and
Absolutely.
I believe this is Simple Jack signing off.
You have a great night. Thank you again, everyone. Talk soon. See you for Morning Brew.
Later.